Hello, good evening. My name is Roberto Ortiz, and today I'll be talking about the movie The Peaceful Warrior. Now, in this movie, there is a team called Dan Milliman who studies at the university and who is an excellent student and also a gymnast. Now, Dan wants to make sure he can qualify for the Olympics. He wants to make sure he does anything possible to qualify for the Olympics. Now, one night, Dan was having a nightmare. He woke up at 3 in the morning and he decided to drive his motorcycle to a gas station. He went to the gas station and he saw an old man who he later called Socrates because he gave special advice and quotes to him. And so Socrates was going to impact Dan's life forever. Now, Dan decided to follow Socrates' advice, and he followed his advice. He followed everything that Socrates told him to do. For example, clean the bathrooms, clean the floors, and Dan was getting really tired of it. He was getting really annoyed and really angry. And so he went to the gym and he saw his teammates and his coach, and he was doing the pull-ups, but he was very shaky and he was very tired, and his coach was really, really mad at him. And so Dan was very upset, very sad, and he told Socrates, "What's the point of doing all this?" And Dan decided to go by himself and listen to himself. He partied, he went with girls, he slept with girls. And at this point, he was doing a very good job. He impressed his coach. The other day, he went to the gym, he impressed his coach, and uh, he was doing good. But then one day he was driving his motorcycle and he had an accident. This accident led him to the hospital. He was out of hospital and he realized that he had a cast on his leg, and he was very, very amazed. Surprised. He was very surprised and amazed that he was in a cast. He asked the doctor if when can he train, but the doctor said that that's impossible because he broke not only his leg but his femur into 17 different pieces. He was very depressed and very frustrated. Dan didn't know what to do, but Dan thought to himself that he should go to Socrates. So Dan went to Socrates, and Socrates told him advice. And Dan started to listen to those advices. And so Dan listened to the advice that Socrates gave him. For example, one advice that Socrates gave Dan was a warrior doesn't give up what he loves. He finds the love in what he does. Another one of the advices that Socrates gave to Dan is that death isn't sad. The sad thing is most people don't live it at all. Another one of the life lessons in this movie that Socrates gave to Dan is that you should empty all the trash in your mind. For example, all the negative thoughts, all the things that are affecting you internally, and just empty it. And so Dan did that. He did that and he started to perform really, really well. He started to train, go for runs, and train and train. And so he started to get really, really good results. He went one day to the gym and he saw that his teammates were practicing. And he said to the teammates that he can do this. He can do pull-up. His coach then later went to the gym, and Dan went to the coach and told the coach that he could do it. He's ready. He's ready to go to the qualifiers. He's ready to go to the national competition. His coach didn't want to risk anything. His coach told him that he was crazy, that he should really just stay out of this, that his coach doesn't want to see Dan in a wheelchair. Dan was really upset and went home. But Dan didn't stop there. He kept on insisting. His coach, later his coach decided to see what Dan can do. Dan amazed his coach. His coach was very amazed, just like his teammates were very amazed at what Dan can do. So Dan went to the national competition. He was very nervous, but he didn't saw Socrates. He wanted Socrates to be there so Socrates could see what he could do. But Socrates wasn't there. He wasn't there. And so Dan went, it was his turn, and he went for the pull-ups. He did excellent. He did really, really good. And his team ended up qualifying for the Olympics. Ended up winning the Olympics, which was really good. Now, in this movie, it taught me very, very, very much things. Like, for example, that you shouldn't give up on your dreams. You should always go for your dreams. Don't listen to other people that tell you that you can't do it or you're not good enough for this. You should listen to yourself internally and not listen to other people's opinions. Your opinion is the one that matters, not other people's opinions. Thank you.